There are many new approaches to how economies can be set up. In this module, we'll be discussing the term Doughnut Economics. This one is very easy to understand and sets out a whole new way of looking at the field of economics and what is important for the world we live in today. Most of us know by now that our economy is not working well for the majority of us. We see that the gap between those with a great deal of money and those with very little is growing larger. We see the poverty on our streets and can see how hard it is to make ends meet. We know that the middle class is losing ground and young people can't find jobs. But many of us don't really understand the economic system. We are told it is very complicated and should be left to the understanding of economists. We might not like what we see, but what else is there? Is there another approach to the economy that would work better for all people and not just a few? Our present economic system is based on a very narrow understanding of what is important. It just looks at supply and demand of the market. This is really a very small aspect of what economics is about. A full understanding of economics includes our use of natural resources, the interaction of society and family life, and the well-being of the natural world, including human beings. This perspective is a lot broader than just supply and demand of the marketplace, and there are a number of approaches to economics that take this broader view into account. Doughnut Economics is one of these broader views, and it is very easy to understand because it's very visual. This model of economics was developed in 2017 by an economist, Kate Raworth, and has been used by several countries and many cities to improve their quality of life. It goes way beyond looking at the narrow view of supply and demand. It places economics in the context of how we make a sustainable world that meets the needs of humans without overshooting the capabilities of the natural world. Kate Raworth uses the image of the donut to describe what a healthy economy should look like. Here is an example of this donut. We need to live in the doughy part of the donut itself. If you fall into the donut hole, that means you are not living with the basic needs of food, shelter, education, etc. If you go beyond the doughy part of the donut, it means we have used too much of the Earth's resources and are living unsustainably. Shortfalls mean countries have too many people living in poverty, in the donut hole. And overshoots means we are using too many of the Earth's resources and need to cut back. So the goal is to live in the doughy part of the donut without people lacking the basics of a good life and without overusing or polluting our natural resources. This is a very different way of judging a country's economic health. The usual standards today only measure how much the economy has grown by looking at its gross domestic product, or GDP. With Doughnut Economics, we don't judge the health of a country by its GDP. Rather, we judge the economic health of a country by how well it is providing for the basic needs of all its citizens and how well it is avoiding overshooting the boundaries of what the Earth can sustain from depleting resources and polluting the environment. This is a big change in how we look at economics. It begins with people seeing a larger view of what economies can accomplish. We need to build economies that are sustainable and thrive. We have to explore how economies that are currently financially, politically, and socially addicted to growth could learn to live without constant growth, and at the same time provide the basics for all its citizens and not extract and pollute more than the Earth can sustain. For more information about this topic, as well as other topics related to politics and social change, please check out our website, www.ruralorganizingcenter.org. You can email any questions or concerns to info@ruralorganizingcenter.org. You can also join our Facebook page. Search Rural Organizing Center-ROC.